Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. We did a big grocery haul and then tomorrow we're gonna go back and do a little bit more grocery shopping. I'm going to show you some of the things that we have bought and have spent and all of that. Today we went to Sam's Club and we also went to our local Asian market. For the past month or so, we've been trying to do this thing or this challenge or whatever where we would do a big grocery haul and then we would make it last 3 weeks. So that's what we've been doing, and we actually really like it because not only does it make us think what needs to be used first, it also helps me be more creative in the kitchen and come up with new recipes with the leftover ingredients that we may have and whatnot. It also helps us use certain things very sparingly, so it'll last us throughout the 3 weeks. So that's why we buy so much food now. Before, it was usually grocery shopping every weekend and we didn't mind that, but we just thought, there would be times where we just get so burnt out from like work and other activities. It has helped me keep a catalog of things that we typically use in the house more versus the others, so it helps us not overbuy. I'm just gonna show you things in no particular order. A lot of things that's on the table right now is all from the Asian store, so I think I'm just gonna start with the Asian store since that's the first thing we did this morning. So some of the things that we got is vegetables, of course. So this is yo choy or yu choy, however you call it. It's kind of like a bok choy, except it's darker in leaves and the greens, and also it has a little bit of flowering, like florets and stuff in it. I prefer this with Asian cooking just because I feel like it has a little bit less water content in it. Next, I decided to buy cilantro, 3 bunches of it. Okay, at the Asian store because sometimes at Aldi, the green onions and cilantro are non-existent. They're all out, even though like you go in the middle of the day. To be safe, I got 3 bunches at the Asian store since it's already there and they also look pretty good. I only get it at the Asian store if they don't look pretty dead and if they're a good price. And then I got some green onions. This one's a lot bigger than the other 2. 3 packs of green onions, and what I plan to do with these is I'm probably gonna keep one of these packs to eat fresh, and then the other I'm gonna chop it up and then put in the freezer so it's more convenient and also it'll last longer. Next, I got cilantro, or also known as sawtooth cilantro. This is really good for cucumber salad or spring rolls. It's aromatic, and also I really love the flavor, so I bought one of these since I haven't had it in a while. And next I got Thai eggplant. It looks like this. You can eat it raw, you can cook it. I think I might make some curry with it, some Thai curry. Okay, next I have some Korean yellow radish. I just kind of picked whatever brand they have there. I'm not very picky with the brands with this. There are some that are a little bit sweeter than others. There are some that are a little bit more sour than others. So we'll see if this one is any good. But either way, I usually keep this on hand. I haven't had this in a while actually. It's been about maybe 6 months since I had this. We have chicken powder or chicken flavor soup base powder. A lot of times Asian family households would use this instead of MSG. I use both. This I use a lot. I use in a lot of my cooking, Western, Asian cooking, a lot of cooking that I do, I put this in. And then I have a cooking concentrate of tamarind. Wow, I don't know where my camera is. This is the brand I get. This is the brand that I've been getting just because I like the consistency of this, and also it's not as thick as the previous ones that I've gotten. So there's that. And then I also got fermented fish sauce, or it says in Mongtu, so this is for papaya salad. Okay, and then I also got seasoning soy sauce. With this, I got, I don't know what brand this is, Universal Horse. This is the soy sauce that I've been using for the past maybe 4 years. It's because my brother uses this, and we did a lot of cooking when we visit him a lot, and I just really like this brand also. It's very umami, and I know it's probably not the best brand soy sauce out there, but at least has soy in it and not like wheat or anything. Next, I have kim or nori. Looks like that. I decided to get a already toasted and salted one. Usually I would get nori, which is the ones where you use to make sushi or kimbap, your rice rolls and stuff like that. But I decided to get this because I also have never tried this brand before, and also it was a 3 value pack. So there's that. This should last us for a while. Also, we've been trying to stay away from eating a lot of processed foods, or like that's the goal at least, is eating less processed and more like fresh eating or like home cooked meals. So we didn't get a lot of ramen this time around. Usually we would have a lot of ramen around because that's like our lazy cheat meal. It's also we have sporadic cravings for it a lot, but we actually cut down a lot on that. The only noodle that we really got a big box of is the Indomie mee goreng fried noodles. It's because I love that noodle, man, I love it. And on days that we don't feel like cooking, or days that we don't want to eat rice but we want something noodly, but we don't want broth but we want something flavorful, stuff like that, we eat mee goreng. And I always have a box of this in the house because this is the #1 noodle that I crave the most, and also it's more versatile. Next we have Nongshim Soon Veggie Noodle Soup. This is vegan. Doesn't really matter since we do eat animal products in this household, but this vegan noodle is very flavorful. I try to eat plant-based as much as I can without dying. And the only reason why I'm eating a lot more animal-based products, especially with meats, is because I need to keep my iron up. And I have a low appetite, so it's really hard for me to constantly eat a lot throughout the day. You would have to eat a bunch of spinach, a bunch of kale to get the iron that you need for the day. And I'm just not a big green eating all day person, and I know that the best source of iron for me to consume every day to keep my hemoglobin up is meat. So I have to have meat at least 1 time a day, but that wasn't always the case. I actually did a lot of plant-based eating in college until I was hospitalized, and it was probably the lowest hemoglobin I've ever had in my life, and I had to change a little bit of my lifestyle and a little bit of my dieting because of that. But I still do love plant-based food. So anyways, salt, it's very, we got this at Sam's Club, but salt all the time, big pack, so this will last us at least a good 3 months since we're low sodium in this household as well. We have sweet potato vermicelli. I have another pack in the cabinet, but I bought an extra because I haven't made japchae in a while, and we eat a lot of it whenever I make it. It lasts us about 2 or 3 meals. So I just picked whatever brand. This is also, there's salt everywhere. The other ones are really, really big, and they were expensive, and they were 3 packs or whatever, and I didn't need all of that, so I only got 1 small pack. And then I got rice vermicelli or kopong noodles. I got 2 of them. I always need kopong noodles in my household because that is my go-to noodle for spring rolls, cucumber salad, a lot of things. I always need it in the household, and the one time I did run out of it, I needed it, but I couldn't get it at the store because it was closed. So I always have to have at least 1 unopened pack. I also like that they're individually portioned, so I can just get grab 2 or 3 of them and cook it up. Vietnamese coffee mix. Lately, I think it's just because when I was recovering from getting sick and hospitalized, I really craved the taste of nostalgia, and mixed coffee like this is what I grew up smelling in the household and having in the household. So lately, I've just been drinking this Monday through Friday. I try not to drink on the weekend. Next, we have Dashi Konbu. This is the one I got. I don't really particularly pay attention to the brand. I use this a lot for stocks and soup bases. Rice paper. Always gotta have rice paper because we're gonna be having spring rolls because we are trying to eat a little healthier. So yeah. So and then we also got pork belly. This is about $8. Just a little bit because 100% of the time I make the grocery list, but I always put things that my husband will crave, and lately he's been craving pork belly, so we got small thing pork belly. And then of course tofu. I ran out of tofu in our 3-week challenge before this shopping trip. I'm a big tofu eater. I love tofu. This is my #1 protein source when I was vegetarian aside from eggs. And I came to just love it. I mean, growing up, I didn't really like it, but as an adult, I actually really love it. I appreciate the taste of tofu. So, okay. So I put away all the Asian stuff. Sorry, this lighting sucks. But this is the stuff we got at Sam's Club. So I'm gonna show you really quick. One bag at a time. First thing is sponges. This will last us the rest of the year. Sponges, even though it's not a food item, it's still essential. Next, we have berries. We got a huge thing of strawberries here, raspberries, and then blueberries. I've been trying to get Matt to eat more fruit. He's not a very fruit guy. He doesn't really eat it unless I make him eat it. So we've been doing smoothies once or twice a week. Usually I'll make a big NutriBullet full of smoothie, and then I'll portion it out, 2 portions for me, 2 portions for him. And then he can drink the portions whenever he wants within the week, and then I drink whenever I want. Usually I do it as like an after dinner snack. It's usually when I'm working on the computer with content or gaming with my family and all of that. That's usually when I'm sipping on it as a little snack. So what I'm going to do is with the strawberries, most of the berries, besides the raspberries, if these are sweet, the last time we got the raspberries, they were so good. They were so sweet. I didn't even want to blend them. I just ate them like the way they are. And I washed a whole bowl of it for Matt, and he literally ate it in 2 handfuls. So we actually started to really like raspberries in this household, which is weird because I never really liked raspberries growing up because I always thought they were super sour to me. But the ones that we've been getting at Sam's Club have been a pretty good hit. So if these are sweet, I'll keep them for fresh eating. But usually for blueberries and strawberries, a lot of the times the store-bought strawberries are a little bit too sour for me to eat for fresh eating. So a lot of times I would blend it into a smoothie. So what I'm going to do with these berries is that instead of letting them just sit in the fridge and spoil, I would blend like enough for a week, and then the rest I will freeze it. I will cut it up and freeze it, and then I would use that for the following weeks and stuff for the smoothies that I'm going to be making for that week. So these are the berries I get. I usually try to get at least 2 to 3 types of berries for antioxidants. We've been trying to get our fruit intake in after our dinner. So aside from the smoothies, when we don't have smoothies to drink for the week or we finished it all, I've been trying to get us to eat fruit together. So the past couple of days or so, we've been peeling little clementines or cuties, oranges together. So I got a big thing of grapes, green grapes. I know in the past, usually I would get grapes and I would forget to eat them and they would just go bad in the fridge. But if we keep this routine where we're eating at least a serving or 2 of fruit a day, I think we will be able to get through this. Because With the oranges, I've been peeling at least 6 to 8 oranges a night and split it among us. We're gonna get our oranges at Aldi, which we're gonna be doing the shopping tomorrow. Mushrooms. We eat a lot of mushrooms in this household, and usually this will last us, I would say, probably a week and a half, depending on how well preserved these are and what we're cooking with it. But I'm hoping to grow mushrooms in the future, so hopefully I don't have to grow or buy any more mushrooms in the future. But until then, we're buying mushrooms. Tomatoes. I got cherry tomatoes this time because last time I got the bigger tomatoes, and they weren't necessarily going bad, but around the time I used it up, which was earlier this week, I noticed that when I cut into it, the seeds actually started sprouting on its own. And I noticed that with cherry tomatoes, I use it up a little bit faster, so I got this. Also, hopefully my tomatoes this year will be okay, and I don't have to purchase any more tomatoes at the store for the time being. Same with blueberries and strawberries. Our goal this year is to go strawberry and blueberry picking and supporting local farmers. So I don't know how much fruit we're gonna get with picking and going to the farmer's market and purchasing them, but for now we're gonna have to deal with the store-bought stuff until they're in season. Bananas, these are unripe. I have a few bananas that are sitting out that are ripe right now, and then I have some ripe bananas in the freezer that I can use for smoothies until these are ripe. Next, we have cucumbers, 3 of them. A lot of bulk buying when it comes to trying to last 3 weeks. So, peppers. I used to not like sweet peppers, like bell peppers. I thought they were like pointless because I'm like, if peppers aren't spicy, why are you eating it? But I noticed that Matt likes it a lot, and also incorporating into dishes has helped me like them a little bit more. My mind has been changed with sweet peppers. And then apples. We haven't had apples in this household in probably 3-4 months. So I got Fuji apples. Every time I go into the produce area, I'm always excited to know that if I do a good job with gardening and I do a good job at going to support farmers with picking their fruits, going to farmers markets and stuff like that, it just makes me feel better about supporting my community. Avocados, hopefully they don't spoil this time. The last time I had 2 that just completely spoiled, and I was really mad that I didn't eat it fast enough. Okay, next, protein. So whenever I cook, I try to do like at least 2/3 veggies and 1/3 meat. So we got ground beef. This is grass-fed, 85% lean and 50% fat. I like 85% because I'm skin and bones, and this helps me incorporate not only iron but fat too in my diet. So we got 3. We usually get a pack of 3 like this. It's a good portion for us, and it limits our meat intake too. And then we haven't had fish in a while, and this sockeye salmon was on sale for $28 versus $37, and looks like there were 2 of them. So I'm gonna be cooking this up. We're gonna be cutting it up and portioning it and freezing it so that we don't have everything in the fridge and just spoils. We got a whole boneless pork loin. This is about $17 worth of pork. This will last us a really long time. We usually will portion this out as well. All of the bulk meat that we get, we will portion it out so that we can just take a little bit of it out for the meal. And then we get chicken thighs. I know chicken breast is healthier, but I prefer the chicken thighs because it's a little bit higher in fat content. It's a little bit juicier, and it's more versatile for the cooking that I usually do. So we got a pack of 4 for $14.40. Comes like this. And they're perfect because 1 pack of this is perfect for a whole meal. And usually the meals that I make enough to last 2 meals. Most of the time. I got a whole thing of garlic because if you know me, I love garlic. We have some baby spinach, and then I got more lettuce greens since we're gonna be eating spring rolls and stuff. Also been using it to do like just a small salad mix for some of our Western meals, and it's been helping us get our greens in. We have pineapple. I don't typically eat a lot of pineapple, but the last time we had pineapple, I left it out on the counter and it was smelling so sweet. It was smelling so good. It was perfectly ripe. It was so, it might be overripe, honestly, but it was so good. Matt and I, we cut it up and we ate the whole thing, and it didn't itch our tongue. That's the one thing that we don't really like, is that it itches our tongue. But when you leave the pineapples out to ripen and sometimes overly ripe, it doesn't give the enzymes that does that kind of thing to your tongue. It's not really there. Okay, we got limes, a lot of limes, because your girl loves lime just as much as she loves garlic. I use it to make like pepper sauce. We eat a lot of Southeast Asian stuff that requires lime. We eat a lot of Mexican that requires lime, so we love it. We got Vidalia onion. We got a big bag of that. And then we also got potatoes. We've been treating potatoes as a starch with our meals. It's just a healthier alternative for us sometimes, because eating a lot of rice, we eat white rice, and it could be a little bit fattening. It can make us feel a little bit, like we're not eating enough, we're not eating healthy enough. Potatoes, it's a staple. And one last thing that we impulsively got, it wasn't on the list, but Matt was like, let's get it. We got Aspire Healthy Energy Drink. We don't really drink energy drink, and we don't drink energy drink at all, actually, in our household. But we tasted this, and it's a healthier alternative to soda. At least Matt thinks so. This is our first time drinking this brand and this product, but I don't really drink energy drinks just because they're not very healthy, and since I have to take care of my health, if I'm gonna drink something sweet, I would prefer to drink something a little bit healthier. Even soda, I drink little of now, and so I would drink like juice or something like that. But I have not drank energy drink for probably 15 years now. Back then, I loved energy drink. I drank it a lot, but I decided to cut it out because what was it really doing for my health? What was it really doing for me, So I cut that out, and if I wanted to do something sugary, something carbonated, it was always going to be sparkling water, unsweetened, or it was going to be soda. He really liked that it's carbonated. It's sweet, but not overly sweet like a soda, and oh my gosh. And it's just overall a little bit healthier. It has 0 calories. It has vitamin B6. It has a high dosage of vitamin B6 and 12. It has calcium, vitamin C. Did I say that already? Niacin, biotin, and all these other vitamins that are basically infused or fortified into these drinks. So we'll see if they're as good as they were at the store. Is rice. We completely ran out of rice like 3-4 days ago. We decided to get a 25-pound bag. Typically when we run out of rice, we would get a 50-pound bag, but we're trying to cut back on the rice and eating healthier, so we got 25 pounds instead. So it'll help us limit ourselves. And also I've been doing a lot of mixed grains, so I've been cooking white rice with quinoa and all that, so we're gonna be eating less rice. Oh my gosh, that's heavy. Okay, let's put this stuff away now. A few things that I forgot to mention. We also got meatballs. They were in the freezer. These are beef meatballs, and then we got Vietnamese ham. This is also a staple in the house. I always need it for cucumber salad and spring rolls. And what is it? Copia and capon. yeah, and pho, stuff like that. So we keep that in the house too. We didn't grab a whole lot at Aldi since we already did a lot of our bulk buy at Sam's Club and at the Asian store. So what we got is carrots. The bags of carrots at Sam's Club is way too big for us. We won't be able to use all of it. And we don't have the space in the fridge to store that much carrots. So we only got that much because we still have a few carrots left in the fridge. We have tortilla here. This is going to be used for burritos. And then we have spaghetti pasta noodles, the 2-pounder one, since we do like our pasta. We have rotini and penne as well. I also got roasted garlic Alfredo. Then we got 2 marinara. Just for simple cooking and stuff like that. And that's kind of it. Oh, and we also got oranges. That is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I will go ahead and put the total of all the stores we went to and also the grand total so that you can see how much we spent for this 3-week challenge. If you like this content, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!